During these trying times, we're seeing a lot of people trying new things or doubling down on efforts, taking on new side hustles, new hobbies, new ventures. For what it's worth, I think it's both incredible and inspiring. But I guess you can say I have a few concerns. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Andy here, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I try to share insights into my art process as well as my journey in hopes of helping you become a better artist. So if you're new here, or if you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button for more videos like this, where I share my perspective on newfound creative pursuits during this volatile period. But before I jump in, I want to preface the work going on in the background. What you see is a time-lapse of my entry to Shiny Puddings Draw This in Your Style challenge over on Instagram. I'll throw up their handle and their character that I'm referencing on the screen. With that out of the way, hit that like button and let's get started. It's hard to disagree that the world has changed and will continue to change. With an increasingly large number of workers working remote, and with a growing number of people declaring unemployment day by day, one of the few things I feel can go overlooked is time. Before I go further, I do want to acknowledge the fact that there are those whose lives and work schedule have remained unchanged, but bear with me because I think you may also need to hear this. Now, speaking from my own experience, I now no longer have to commute to work, and that saves me a lot of time. I've lost access to my typical recreational activities such as rock climbing and bouldering, and I feel like I know a lot of people who are in the same or similar boat as I am. Where I think this is interesting is that I feel like it's this newfound time and lack of distraction that has caused this sort of paradigm shift. What I mean by that is that I feel like when things were the way they were, oftentimes I found a lot of people, myself included, making excuses for the things we felt deep down we needed. Be it, taking on new ventures, new creative endeavors, and overall more challenges. If there was an upfront investment of time and energy, it was, I guess, easier to find an excuse to just not jump in. I think the biggest excuse I always heard was, there's not enough time. So where I see the shift is that back then I'd say it was a lot harder to start, but easier to continue as is. It was easier to be complacent. But now with all the uncertainty and time, I feel like it's been easier to start and to almost start as much as we can. But what about the continuation? Because as cities and countries slowly start to open up again, and some of us have to start going back to work, some of us are going to want to relive and re-experience the things we had to give up, such as weekly rock climbing and such. Where do our newfound pursuits fit in? Will priorities shift? What will happen to all these newly created Twitch streams, YouTube channels, Etsy shops, podcasts, and so on and so forth? For a lot of us, or maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I find that this trial that our world is going through has given us an opportunity to take a stab at things that have been long overdue. A chance to show, I guess, our true colors. I guess in truth, while I'm making this video to share with the small number of creatives and people who watch my channel, I guess I'm also making this as a reminder to myself. A reminder to continue the grind and the hustle, to not let the slow return of quote-unquote normalcy suppress the creative juices and momentum that we've built up during this time. because I guess the last thing I want to see is this creative energy start to fizzle out and go offline, with the world starting to, I guess, spark again and come back online. Now, again, these are all just my thoughts and my perspective. I guess what sparked this video was that even now, with no commute, fewer recreational activities, I still find it hard to stay on top of both my work and my creative endeavors, such as this channel. So I find myself these days thinking about how to optimize, how to adjust and tweak how I use my time to better fulfill my needs and goals, not only for today, this week, or this month, but also for future months to come. So, just some of the things I've been dealing with and thinking about this week, since I still have so many of these grand ideas I want to try, and I figured I'd just share my thoughts with you so that maybe you can think on it too. In a future video, I'll be going over some of the tips I have to help keep up this creative grind going. So if you don't want to miss that, definitely hit the subscribe button down below. And if you haven't already, tap that like button. It really helps. If you share my opinion or have any thoughts on the matter, let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to start a conversation with you guys. And with that, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.